So as we here, let me go here. So last time, I'll just bring us all to here. Um, so last time that we were gathered here together today,
My dad
um,
died.
what we were able to introduce and accomplish, starting looking at the nice little character figures and going to the left. Valerie was came into town and played at the inn with permission of the the owner. Um, Pop Tart traveled with Ulfarion down into town and then eventually made her way to the tavern and also towards the fight. Ulfarion's Batmaned up on the roof. Um, and then was the first to get over to the creatures there. Indar was asked to go to the town to investigate the monster's appearance and all that jazz, and um, he was able to talk to the local some of the locals, and he found out about um, the 6-person massacre that happened a bit ago, um, and then made his way over to the fight. Lai has been living here for um, what do we say, about a week, give or take, a couple days a week in that time frame. Just uh, inconspicuous to the people of the town for the most part. And before the fight, she was able to gather up her little bird stash and um, decided to head over to the fight, being really nice to me at the DM. Mira, uh, she's been here a couple months, and walking home, she was talked to by, if we recall, Corstella, and um, had an interesting conversation there, and then was just about to go inside after uh, a long day, but um, headed over to the fight, and then Tillian, a resident in the town, trying to hire people um, for avenging his father. Um, Found himself following a bunch of people running to the fight, um, and then participated there. And so, if we go over to the scene of the crime, because that's right where we're picking off, um, we were able to fend off six of the people. Um, One thing to recall is Tillian. Uh, he 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 punctured one of them with his rapier, and then kind of noticed that he had seen that type of wound before, but couldn't place where. And um, and all the wives huddled together in the corner. But it was cool. And so that's where we are going to start for today. So we are in the aftermath of the fight. If any characters have questions or things they immediately want to do afterwards.
I have something. I want to immediately go over to the sewer grate where I saw them coming out from, and see if there's anything else coming out from there, or if the grate has sealed, or see what I can discern from, well, that.
All right, go ahead and roll a investigation check if you would, please.
19 on the die.
Wow.
Tends to be pretty good. So it's at least a 22. I'm still pulling up my character sheet.
Gotcha. Um, so listening in, doing all manners of investigation, you don't hear anything else approaching. You maybe hear like one or two things like kind of scampering away, but it's very faint, very far from where you are. You also notice when you're looking in that it is a tight squeeze. These creatures that had come out, they were um they were in this like 4 feet, 5 feet tall, and then because of their anatomy, they could probably fit into real tight spaces, being super weird like. Um, but there's crawl space down there, being a sewers, and sometimes they need people to work on it. But it was probably
But this is
built by
not an
and
entrance.
maintained for.
This is not an
Correct.
entrance we'd be able to get in through.
Correct. There's uh correct. You would not be able to fit down here easily,
Okay.
and it doesn't look like there's anything immediately interesting. It's just a uh uh an immediate river of uh waste and water.
Well, then I will
Uh,
hold my question about a spell in case we need it.
all right. Does anyone else want to do anything immediately?
Yeah, so after seeing that wound and it kind of triggered something I wasn't quite able to pinpoint, I want to inspect the body of that monster.
Okay. Inspect the body to like grasp more of what the
Yeah,
monster
just
is,
to see if,
or
no, to see if I can recall, like, looking at it more so why it looks familiar.
okay. Yeah. Go ahead. Roll an investigation check, please.
Oh, natural one.
It's not coming to you right now. You may be a little bit shaken being from the town. Um, and this is your first time encountering like in person the monsters after hearing about them for a long time, and you forgot to ask for an autograph. But
Scary.
but no, it's not coming to you right now. It may take like you it may be later until you are able to trigger that memory again.
All right, sounds good. I'll stop there. That's all I
Uh,
want.
yeah.
I'd like to also investigate them just to see what kind they are and whatnot.
Okay. An investigation check first.
What are you? What's the question?
He finding out more just about the creature itself, right?
That tends to be like Arcana for magic-y based creatures, religion for, gods and devils and stuff like that, or nature for natural creatures.
Okay. Then
Investigation is Sherlock Holmes finding clues.
that's fair. That is true. Let me
Religion, probably.
go go ahead and do religion. That sounds
Given that,
it'd be
edition made this
religion
super
or
easy.
history.
18.
Let's see. Okay. So let me find out about these creatures. Real quick. I'm trying to find where their like initial monster block is here. Oh, I may have to find their last week. No one asked questions. I didn't have to look anything up. We're doing good. Okay, so this is an ancient creature. You rolled an 18.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's an ancient creature, and by ancient, this is like a 1,000 years ago. These creatures were used to shock troops. And so there were like peons that were just thrown into battle, that they were they were created by by the armies, and they were just sent in, and so
By all sorts of armies, or just one in particular?
looking at this, all sorts of
Very well.
our armies. You do know there were several types of these creatures, and you know they're called a sin spawn. I should say that at least. You probably on an 18 you wouldn't know the like associated army, per se, but you know it's an old creature,
Oh.
or at least first presented a long time ago.
And I tell that to no one.
Wow.
Well, I don't know
Um,
anyone. I just ran
that's
into all
fair,
these
that's fair.
people.
Speaking of that, I'm actually going to like kind of crawl back onto the roof. Like I know a few of them saw me, but I'm trying to like, still regain some semblance of like I don't want to interact with these people quite yet, and I want to be
Alright.
where I can
Do
control the situation.
do you want to full out hide at the moment, or is this just a distancing?
Distancing, and I'm gonna go back up
distance.
on top of the roof.
Okay. You can move yourself there. All right. So you're just chilling up there. Pop Tart, are you doing anything after the battle?
Say hi to my new friends.
Yeah. Yeah, you can. You've got you got a couple of friends. One of them just ran up to the roof. But-
I'll go say hi to Pop Tart. I'm impressed that there's another paladin here.
Okay. So yeah, you've got the wizard you just healed, and then another another man with a glowy blade coming at you to say hi.
Okay. Well, I will see that then.
Alright. Dude, Mira and Dar, is there anything you want to talk about in particular? I know you got a
Not
sore
really,
throat,
just shoot the breeze.
Yeah.
Just chill out,
I also make an attack roll against the breeze.
Okay, so you're just getting to know each other. You do know I should get these notes out. I did not have them out. Yeah, you do know, Indar, that during this battle, when one of the creatures popped up in the back, Pop Tart the paladin was just able to fell it in a single blow. So
Yeah,
that was pretty impressive.
yeah, it's pretty cool. Not gonna lie.
All right. Mira, is there anything that you want to do immediately? If you're talking, I
we
can't hear you.
If you're not talking, we can hear you.
Connor?
She's dead.
Madeline?
They're both dead. Please hold.
Oh,
Please
there you
hold.
go. Please hold.
Chord loose.
Short
Oh,
loose.
jeez.
The chord is loose. Man, it's hard when that chord gets loose.
Is that how you spell cord?
I don't
That's
know.
No.
weird.
I mean,
No.
that's how they spell cord.
What is it? Yeah, it's C-O-R-D. Okay, thank goodness.
Okay, can you hear me?
But in music, it's like a musical chord. Who knew? Well, welcome back, you two. Mira, is there anything you want to do? You're right next to the dragonborn that healed you, and
I want to say thank you. I tried to say that earlier, but my husband said that.
I heard mumbling and thank you.
I say you're welcome.
there you go. Perfect interaction.
I want to look at the bodies. Do I first to see if there's any that are like able to be stabilized, or if they're just all dead for sure, and then if I recognize these people.
Okay. Yeah, you can. Well, they are all quite dead. Because of the time it took to get here. But then if you recognize them, what would be a good check? Would that just be a history check? Would you say, Matt? For recognizing people in town. It's not
that's what
people
I
you
tend
would have.
to do
Okay,
if I
yeah,
need
go
to.
for a history check.
to see how much you know about them.
14.
All right, yeah. You do recognize them. They had a store. They weren't sad to say a like crucial part of the business, but they were residents. They you saw them here and there. They got a lock from your father once, and And so yeah, you know them, and they are quite dead. So
Poor folk. I'm gonna. The ones that are at least intact.
What's
I
their
think split them
name?
in half. Yeah, what's their name, Jared?
what?
God, what is their name?
That's the family, Lootwit.
The Lutwick family. All
Yeah,
right, I want
the
to those
Lutwick.
the members of the Lutwick family that aren't completely dismembered. I want to drag
Chop them up
over
more.
to these barrels. Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna drag them over and just lean their bodies up against these barrels.
Okay. And then
Get 'em
at
out
this
of the way.
moment, as you're resting them on the barrels, the city guard will run over. There's four of them, jogging in 2 by 2, and they'll run over, and they'll see that you're putting them up, and they said, what happened here? And then they see all the monster bodies, and like,
Take a guess.
of course. How many did you fight here?
I believe there were 6 of them, officer.
6. That's the most we've seen in one place so far. This is greatly unfortunate.
You seen
And
these
then-
elsewhere?
Well, yes, we've had well, they've only come out in pairs and singles before. But it's been, I don't know, probably an attack every other week for the last couple months or so.
And you haven't told the townsfolk about this?
The townsfolk are aware. We heard them
Where-
talking about
are
it in the
we?
taverns.
They are.
Where something's attacking us, but are we aware that it's like these things or no?
No,
I thought that was a rumor.
no, it's a what? So it's not a mandatory curfew because there haven't been enough killings to like rule it as a town law, but it is like a heavily advised, and it is by guards like oh, you should go home, like it's getting dark type thing. So it's not like an official law, but it is a
Unofficial
word
law.
of mouth. Yeah, unofficial.
Got it.
There you
Okay,
go.
okay, that makes sense. All right.
Okay, cool.
Excuse me, officer. You said these attacks like these happened every other week? Is that a very precise number, or is that just in general?
That's just in general. I mean, it's kind of hard to judge. I mean, some people they like they're easy to blame this creature if they're scared of what goes on in the dark. And so there haven't been too many accurate reportings, if you will, but that's our guess. I don't know if you're aware, but within the last 3 months, we've had 2 dead confirmed of these creatures, dead on site when our guards come on the scene. But the other ones, they either run off as the people run away, or they go and hide. We don't know essentially, but so that's a general estimate, I'd say.
Well, they came from the sewers, some of them. 1 or
Did
2
they?
were already here, but the rest of them, as we approached, a few of them came from the various sewer grates here and here.
Interesting. That's something that we'll have to look into. Thank you for that information. We've never been able to see one come onto the scene, so that's very valuable for us.
Is there any sort of bounty for these creatures?
Yes, you'd probably want to talk to the city mayor about a bounty. I can't promise anything for you.
The mayor. What is his name?
Their name, which I believe it's a female.
Oh,
Second.
I apologize.
That's fine. People get it wrong
Your
all the
bias is so
time.
funny.
Do-do-do. Do-do-do. I think they have an image even. Where are they? How is this book laid out? Their name will be told to you at a later time.
Then I shall add it to my notes at a later time. I will
Okay.
talk to him in the morning. Thank you very much, good sir. Assuming this guard is also a man.
Yes.
Excellent.
Woman.
Oh, jeez. What are other names for mayors?
Ursa?
Mayors and,
Oh,
Here, you
bears,
keep playing, I'll
not
find it.
bears.
Alright.
Um,
Magistrate.
Ooh, that's not bad.
That was pretty hardcore.
Yeah, that's true. There we go. I linked the cove to you.
Okay.
Um,
The cove.
yeah.
Yeah.
Is that
I know.
not the cove? Yeah.
It's the trove.
Okay. Trove. That's it.
Cove is the name of the
Oh.
adventure.
I want to see if I have them as an NPC before I give up. Nope. Okay. That's. Oh wait, Thort. Lorenza Thort. Who's Ren?
Lorenza?
Lorenzo
The
Snow.
port governor.
Lorenza.
Okay. It is a port governor at the Cove Hall. So yeah, the guard tells you that you can go to the Cove Hall and talk to the port governor,
Okay.
Lorenza Thort. Yeah. So, all right, I was able to eventually find that. I should probably write that down somewhere. Lorenza Thort. Okay. Cool. And then the guards.
This is not a friendly PDF for finding such information.
Yeah, right.
Like seriously.
All right,
wow.
we'll be able to take it from here, and thanks for your help here, but it may be best if you guys go ahead inside to your homes, or noticing that he doesn't recognize most of you. He kind of recognizes Tillian and Mira being here a couple months, but go ahead and head back to the inn if you're done with this spot.
What's the size of this town? Like, what's the population?
Like a couple hundred.
That's a weird thing, I think, for him not to notice that we are not citizens.
No, he does notice. He
Okay, well, then
he-
that's
he-
a good thing. Never mind.
yeah, he recognizes that you're not from around here, especially you, the dragon. So,
It's racist.
okay, well,
I want wanna-
Technically it is speciesist,
Jesus. Yes,
That's a good
indeed.
point.
and speciesist is, well, while it can occasionally come from bias and bigotry, due to the differences in the actual species, some of it is less, false than other.
Your ancestors are kind of dicks and are
Not
statistically
unfounded.
more likely to commit crime.
Okay.
Just saying.
Well, it's also that, like, as a half-elf, I'm more friendly because I have a higher charisma that I get from being a half-elf. And so there's some races that are definitely smarter than others because of their physicality. And it's such a fascinating thing. Anyway,
all right.
but that's I'm willing to head towards the inn.
Tillian, you were saying?
Yeah, I want to look at the bodies of the Lowick family. Do their wounds look similar to what was done to my dad?
No. Your dad had no obvious wound on him. In fact, there was no wound at all.
No wound on my dad at all.
Yeah.
All right. Signs of a struggle, strangulation. Did he have bruises around his neck?
Um,
Time of
No.
death, 4 hours.
no.
Did a creature burst out of him?
Oh gosh, yeah. Well, I think that would count as a
Yes.
wound. It would be a huge
No.
chest wound.
No, there was, and that was one of the reasons why the massacre was so weird. was because only one was wounded, and then the other 5 were just dead. And no scene. It seemed to be, obviously like supernatural magic, type death for the other 5, and not just run of the mill weapons.
Okay.
Okay. So who is heading back to the tavern? Safe
am.
numbers. Or
I
Whoa.
am.
we'll jump over here. Were you moving mid?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boop, 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 boop,
All right.
Does it require a survival check to find a way back to the tavern? Since we got fairly lost on our way from it.
Tillian, are you going with them?
Yeah, I'm gonna follow them.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, you're gonna follow.
Yes. So yeah, if they get
Okay.
lost, they get lost. I want to follow them though,
Okay.
and I'm not being stealthy about it.
Who wants to lead the way back to
Oh.
the tavern?
I'll lead the way.
Okay.
Yeah,
Go ahead and roll.
16.
Okay, yeah, you're able to find it, especially since there is really only one direction that you all ran into this neighborhood. You know, run the other way, and then there's the huge market area that's very easily seen, and it's also one of the taller buildings that Batman stood on top of.
And as a
So-
bard, we're trained to find taverns.
That's true. It's an
And
internal
tail.
compass.
Yes.
Yeah.
Survival trait.
I'm gonna
That's right.
follow Valerie just because, like, being a kid and having just experienced this, I'm gonna, kind of stick near her for a little while, noticing that she's the most friendly of the group that I've been able to tell so far.
I'm
Yeah.
also a fellow half elf.
Yeah.
I don't know how much that would play into your how much interaction your characters had with half elves, but
Super species.
I mean, better than the other, humans and Dragonborn for sure.
Yeah, screw those guys.
I'm-
So Tillian, you're following. Mira, I assume you're also now headed back to the
Well-
inn.
what Jared means to say is anybody not going to the inn.
That is true. Yes.
I'm not.
Where are you going, Alfarion?
I'm gonna. First off, not an edgelord. Second off,
You say that, but
But you
Gonna
are.
look around the area for any signs of more.
okay. Go ahead and let's make this a survival as you're kind of track down others
15.
in the area. No, you don't find any of any others that would have been around. You figure that if you were able to fit into the sewers in this region, you'd probably go ahead and find more. But where you are, nothing.
Alright, then I'm gonna just follow the rest of them over, see if I can learn anything more about.
Okay, cool.
Actually, wait, Valerie wasn't the one I saved from the monster, right?
No, Mira
Correct.
was.
Mira was
Okay,
the
I'm
one.
gonna- And she's a half elf too, correct?
She is full elf.
Oh, even better.
So
Okay, I'm
sad.
following her. I'm sticking by her side instead.
It's all about that pure blood.
That's right. All
Oh,
right.
I just tried moving other people's tokens. And it's like, why isn't that working? It's because I'm not the dungeon master.
All right. We're bringing y'all
I
in.
no longer have that power.
You have no
Um,
power here.
Andrew and I
Okay.
just finished
So.
watching all 3 of those movies today.
Oh wow.
It's better than what I did on my day off.
I just
Stayed up
played
till 10
Minecraft.
a.m., slept for 2 hours, and then took a programming exam.
You stayed up till
Ugh.
10?
Yeah.
Just
Gross.
Minecrafting or?
No, just,
Programming.
nothing.
All right. Cool. I
I'm
guess.
not, well, no, that's not true. I am slightly proud of it, but my next week is going to be horrible because of it.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm too old to be
Um,
able to do that type of trick anymore.
So yeah, we're now jumping over to an inn, and I was just pulling up a generic inn map. I don't have one prepped, so we'll
Do
just
you need
have
the
to
upper
use our
floor?
Yeah, sure. Give me the upper
Let's see if I
floor.
can find it.
Okay. So while Matt's grabbing that, is anyone staying outside of the inn?
No, but as they're all walking back, I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna be talking to them and be like, wow, that was amazing. Listen, I need you guys' help with something. You guys could probably help. Hey, see my flyer? I'm just gonna show them my flyer. It's pretty good.
And your flyer says like help, wanted Avengers for my father type of thing, right?
Help me avenge my dead dad. 120 gold.
Serious inquiries only.
Whims not allowed. Yeah. And I'm gonna hand it to. Oh gosh, what is his name? Andrew, what's your character's name?
Indar.
It's also at the very bottom.
It actually says Andrew
no,
at the
it
bottom.
says Andrew. Thank you.
Can you not see Indar?
Nope.
No, we see Andrew.
So
Show nameplate. Can you see it now?
Nope.
That's just your
So I'm-
personal stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it to.
Oh, you have to mark it for yourselves.
Yeah, I went
I'm
in and
gonna-
marked mine.
I'm gonna give it to Indar,
Oh.
and because he
Alright.
seems to be the leader.
I'll start to converse with you about some more details.
All right. Talk
Alright.
to me, Daddy.
Alright, I'm gonna smack you for that. I'm just kidding.
So
Roll for damage.
basically what you've been told. Oh, there's the damage. What you've been told so far is basically, you've been shut down from like doing any serious investigation work because people don't want you getting hurt, and so if you have muscle on your side and friends with you, you'll be able to get more answers, or people will be more willing to talk to you. So that's part of the situation there. Let's see, yeah, bring you up, and then let me go like this, and that height.
You might just need the lower floor of the upper floor.
That's true. I'll just bring both. It's nostalgia for everyone. All right.
Except for the people who it's not nostalgic for.
Yeah.
The upper floor.
Yeah.
Wow.
Welcome. Then boop.
I go up to the bartender. I say, "Hey,
That one.
Corvath, hit me with a beer."
The greatest crossover in history.
That would be pretty sick.
There you go.
The woman behind the
There.
bar just punches you.
Dang it.
All right. So here we are. We are back here, and you guys should have control of each other. And grid's not aligned, but that's okay for now. All right. So you make your way back, and was anyone staying outside at this time?
I don't think so.
Okay, cool. So all going in. The owner of the establishment, Garlina, she knows Tillian because the locksmith family has come here, or at least the father is drinking here quite a bit and passed through a bunch. And she
I
knows
still
Mira because Mira has been staying here for quite a while, a couple months worth. And then she met Valerie earlier in the night, and so she rushes over to you guys, says, are any of you hurt from I saw some of you rush over there. Is everything okay?"
Well, I believe we are fine. There was some people who had been caught by monsters, and
Oh, no.
they are decisively not.
Oh, looking towards Tillian, do you know who they were?
I've never seen them before. Oh wait, sorry, we're talking about not the monsters.
Yeah. No, talking about the
Ludwigs,
four
the Ludwigs,
family
yeah.
dead. Oh, the
It was
Ludwig.
the, it was the Ludwigs.
That was a good family, a nice family. That's a shame. So you
It's a
look.
shame that all 4 of them only had 2 more days to retirement.
uh, so well. I notice a lot of you don't seem to, how should I say, have housing in the city as it stands. Are you looking for some rooms for the night?
Yes, my lady, I will take a room.
Okay, that's one. Do you guys know each other? All separate rooms? We have the space. Just costs more.
I'm just gonna look around, not really like talk for anyone else, but I'm gonna just also order an ale.
Okay. So yeah, you've got so there's 2 people in this establishment, brother and sister. There's Garlina, who's now trying to get you guys in for the rooms, and then you go over to Thevin, who's the brother. And you order an ale, and he, with a smile on his face, he passes you up and sets it down right in front of you and says, "How are you doing tonight? How's the stuff outside?"
Those monsters are no more.
That's good. That's good to hear. We need more folk like you. Most people run away, but if we had more of you guys around, I feel like we'd all be a lot safer.
We crusaders never shy away from danger.
Haha, isn't that so? Well, thanks. Are you staying for the night? You staying for a little while?
Yes, I spoke to this young lad over there. He was telling me some crazy story about his father and, other people who have been murdered. And so I do believe there might be monsters yet in this town. So please stay and help the young chap out.
Oh, that's fair. And just remember, not all the monsters are creatures, if you catch my drift.
I do not catch your drift.
Oh, so some people are just headed towards evil, I guess. It was a drift I thought most people would catch.
I mean, I do know that there's evil in this world, but, is there anyone in particular in this small town? I imagine you all know each other. Any evil sorts I should look out for?
None that I want to share. I mean,
Can I convince him to share?
yeah, you can try to persuade him or intimidate.
Persuade. I'd rather persuade.
Okay.
And when
So
a dragonborn
Mirrors-
snores, it's a
Mirrors
serious
worked out a like a month by month type with the lady, and so and then knowing that you're now going to share a room, both of you, that it gets knocked down to 2 silver each from to room.
I paid 10 times that. I'm so annoyed.
Yeah, well, you seem to be richer than, and I forgot what I charged you.
Half
Oh,
of what
I
took.
guess yeah, and I mean she is still fine with that deal.
Yeah, 'cause she got 2 gold off me.
Yeah, she's loving it. All right, so think of it as you made a gold instead of her taking half of your gold.
Contracts will be renegotiated at a future date.
Okay. So Indar and Tilly have. Farian, what?
I'm gonna sleep outside.
You're gonna sleep outside? Where outside? Like
the-
outer forests or
Yeah.
like in the shrub? Okay.
And then I'll tell everyone that I'll meet up with them in the morning.
Okay.
Actually, yeah, thinking about consistency's sake, like I haven't even talked to anybody here. Like I'm just kind of following our puppy dog, so I probably sneak outside and just sleep on the floor outside.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're now charged 3 silver for sharing a room. Pop-Tart.
That's
So-
definitely speciesist, but
Or she's a moneymaker.
it would be wrong to like use my lightning powers on.
Yeah.
You could do it though.
But
We could.
And you use your lightning powers.
That would definitely
Yeah.
not be in my alignment.
Yeah. All right.
And- to clarify as well, like I literally have not spoken a word to anybody. I'm just, for all they know, I'm mute at this point.
Fair enough. So Tillian, you have this ununited group of ragtag adventurers in front of you. Do you want to? You've spoken to Indar about the flyer, and he seemed to take to it. If I can speak for him, I think you had said that.
Yes.
Do you want to present it to everybody as they're on the inside?
Yeah, of course. Well, they're all gathered together in this general vicinity. I just want to, once I'm done talking to Indar, because I saw he was talking to the bartender, I'll go talk to Valerie. It'll be like, hey, pretty lady. Listen, I won't say that though. I'll think it.
Hey, pretty lady.
Hey,
Pretty.
I'm 13 years
Lady.
old.
hey, I'm 14. I'll have you know. Okay, I'm a grown man. Anyways, I'm gonna show her and be like, hey, I showed that guy over there, but you seem pretty strong in that fight back there, and if you can help, I'd really appreciate avenging my dead dad. And I'm gonna throw some like fake tears in there. And,
Okay.
and yeah, just say like, I'm willing to pay the 120 gold that he left me as an inheritance in order to avenge him. And then I'm gonna go to the next table over and say the same thing to the Dragonborn that I see.
Do you want to respond to him at all, either of you?
Yeah, I'll help you out. We'll talk about rewards later.
It's not negotiable. It's only 120. I'm 14 years old. What the hell do you want from me? I'm not giving my body. Is what you're asking, and I'm saying,
The payment was the treasure we found along the way.
the friends we made, the lives we saved.
All right, and right now it's a quiet evening in the tavern, as in everyone's home, except for the people sleeping in the inn.
Are there any like remnants of like food or meat or drink on the tables left from other patrons?
I have a meal that I paid for and then ran away from, so I'm eating at that.
Yeah, there's some scraps. I mean, it seems like Garlina was able to clear off while everyone was away, and she had that moment of solace alone, just cleaning up in her her tables. But
I'm gonna take one of the mugs that I find, and I'm just gonna like basically go table to table and empty people's glasses into them, and just make like a suicide of ale and mead and such, and then chug it down.
okay, make a sleight of hand for it.
Sleight of hand, okay. What is she gonna do with it? You're not my mom. Alright, let's see. Sleight of hand. Oh yeah. 12.
All right. So as you're doing this, she comes over to you and says,
Ooh,
"Thank
cool.
you so much for helping clean up these tables.
Yeah, not a problem.
If you can go drop that off to Thevenin, he can take care of the rest, and then watches you closely."
I'm with eye contact still with Garlina as I do as she says and start like taking the cups towards Devin. I'm gonna just chug it right in front of her and then walk to give it to Devin.
Okay, she glares at you, and go, and you've just chugged it, and it's not a very good drink. It's actually kind of bad because, like, some people they were just drinking water, and so you've got like this watered down alcoholic, this drink that you've now chugged in rebellion, and you set down the glass for Thevenin after you chug it.
Yeah, I'll give it to Devin.
Yeah.
I won.
You're like, oh, that was That was a ballsy move there. You know, if you had just given it here, I would have given you a drink. But
Or can I still have that drink to wash it down? It tasted god awful.
yeah, I can give you a little something. And he just pours a fourth glass in the mug with with what he's got left on tap or however bars work. and so he just gives that to you. He kind of waits for Garlina to look away as she's rolled her eyes from you chugging that. But anyways, so yeah, are you making plans with them in the morning?
I don't. The only person that's responded to me was the Dragonborn. That was it.
Well, you'd only
Dragonborn?
talked to two of us.
I talked to Indar. Talked to I talked to you. I talked to Valerie.
You went from one paladin to the other, I believe.
He did go
No,
to you first.
talked to you
Well,
first.
you go to him now. There you go. Yeah.
So you said something about your dead father?
Yes, he's very dead. Yeah, yesterday he was killed, and you might have heard about it. The that attacking of the 6 individuals. My dad was one of them, and it wasn't like what we saw tonight, though. But so I don't know if it was those monsters or not. But I want to find out, and whoever or whatever did it, I want to make sure they get what they deserve. But I mean, look at me. I'm just gonna like kind of hold my arms up, my little body. You know, I can't do it myself, but you guys were really able to carry her around tonight, and I think that you guys could help a lot. There's a reward, and I'm gonna give her the paper.
Did a monster kill your father?
Not the ones tonight. I don't think he wasn't slashed up. There were no marks on him.
Are you attempting to cry, Tillian?
Right now? No, but
Yeah.
I was earlier when I
Earlier.
was saying I was fake crying. So let's see.
If you want to roll performance, for that, or deception, if you are not actually crying.
I'll try.
It
Nah,
could
I'm
just
like
be an exaggeration.
yeah, it's an exaggeration. So I'll do performance, I guess.
Like
21.
those
Okay.
tears look genuine. Yeah.
Okay. Dungeon Master, would I have an idea, of anything that could have killed without leaving a mark?
Go ahead and roll an Arcana check.
Okay. 22.
Yes. You know stun spells. You'd have to see the body, to discern like what level of spell, but you could definitely feel like whether it's psychic or it's just mental in general. You've got magics there that can attack.
Well, I'll ask Tillian. Is it possible to inspect your father's body?
Is it actually? I don't know if we buried him.
I can't
Yes.
remember.
Good. We have not buried him since it's only been like a couple days. The bodies are being
It was
prepared
yesterday.
for burial as the clerics in this town, they want to bury quick, but
Where's he being kept?
he is being kept.
Is it like a morgue or something?
Yeah, there is up here the ladies' chapel. That's this whole area right here. That's a like family cemetery, and
Okay.
you've got a small plot for your family even, and you've been there quite often because your mother is buried there as well.
Okay. Yeah, I'll be talking to Valerie and say, yeah, I mean, it was just yesterday, so he hasn't been buried yet, but he's being prepped at the Ladies' Chapel. Ladies' Chapel. If you wanted to see the body, if it would help.
Do you know when
can
they are
take it.
burying him?
Not for, I think, another, like, at least 2 days.
Yeah, sure. That
Wow,
works for me.
These clerics move fast, burying a body after 3 days.
I mean, we don't want him to start smelling.
No, he's saying that it's slow. Yeah, we'll do it tomorrow. No, tomorrow evening. Throw that.
Too many traditions in this town.
He's on ice. Yeah.
Okay.
It'll last a while.
Yes, tomorrow, that would be a good thing to do if he is, to find out what caused such a, what caused his malady. I suppose I could assist and see what I could find by looking over his body.
I would really appreciate it. I'm not staying here. I have my own house. I'm local to this town, but I can come back in the morning and I can take you there.
It would be a bit easier to talk my way in through the clerics if you were there to assist.
Alright, I'll come back first thing tomorrow morning then. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Hey, can I come look too?
Well, the more the merrier.
Yeah, of course.
Awesome. Thanks.
Yeah, just make sure you're here in the morning, I guess.
Yeah, I'll be here about 5 a.m.
Bright and early.
As the sun rises. I don't know if
The sun rises pretty early here at 5 a.m. if it's rising at 5 a.m.
It is June 3rd, alright?
And they definitely aren't burying that body fast enough.
And I'm just gonna say before I leave, anyone else that wants to come along with us that can maybe help is free to. I'll be back tomorrow morning, and then if no one else has anything to say to me, I'm gonna head back to my house.
I stop you on your way out of the tavern.
Yes?
I wasn't sure if you were done talking to everybody. Did you say there was a reward?
Yeah, I mean, it depends on who else is going to be helping. It's 120 gold total, and obviously...
At this point, he's like, you greedy sons of bitches.
I mean, it's 120 gold total, but so it'll be split with whomever, but there is a reward.
I did roll a die to check. Valerie is a little bit more mercenary than altruistic.
There you go. Well.
Alright. I don't need much, and I move around anyway, so can I join? I know I'm young, but I have skills.
How young does this person look to me, by the way? This is my first time seeing this person.
Probably like the same age as you. Like maybe a year or two younger, but...
I killed one of those monsters. Didn't you see me?
I did not see you, actually.
You're just looking away.
I mean, listen, you're free to come along, but like, you seem a bit young. It's not my fault if you get killed. I'll be here tomorrow morning.
I won't put that on your head.
All right.
Oh, are you outside already, Lai?
Yeah.
She's been outside this entire time.
Okay.
Yeah. All right then. Just tomorrow morning, first light. I'll be here.
I'll be here
with the others. All right. As I'm gonna walk and be like, that was fucking weird, and just go to my house.
And I slide into the shadows.
Shoo. All right, and then
He's a very angsty 12-year-old.
that's fair. Yeah, and so you're all able to, unless there's anything else that anybody wants to do.
I want to clean off my sword, polish it a little.
All right, yeah. You can do that just fine.
It's cursed.
In like the main room, so like everyone's
in the main room. Okay.
Yeah.
You're gonna brandish it a little bit.
So
yeah.
he's doing this, and it's very easy to notice. It's a moon touch sword, and so it's very glowy, and it looks really neat. I mean, it's a glowing sword that is
It's pretty
decently
sexy.
bright. Yeah. So if anyone wants to do anything for that, if not, I will continue.
Do I have any scenes left? I don't think so.
All right.
I'm good.
So Ulfarion is able to shulk back outside. And Lai is camped out in the bushes outside. We've got
Are we gonna have like an order of action even within like these kinds of episodes?
order of action.
To like, I don't
A turn order.
with the roleplay side of this, and so I never know when to like chime in.
Sometimes, like when there's like a couple things going on, I may bring up turn order for social interactions, but
Okay.
for the most part, it would be no. And like I try to kind of look over the characters and see if I know what they're doing or give them a chance. But you can always just interject if you want
I'll try to get used to that.
do
Or
something. Yeah.
You can drop like a note into chat to say, "Hey, I've got a thing I want to talk about next," or something
Oh,
like that.
smart. All right.
That's true. And that's good too. All right. Bring it to the overworld. So everyone is able to have a nice easy night of rest. Okay, Andrew, chill out. And so most people are at the tavern. Ulfarion, I'm guessing you're kind of like in those types of bushes. Like more so in the forest where you're familiar with. And so we sleep well, and we wake up in the morning feeling like P Diddy. So yeah. Old Farion, you're making your way back to the inn in the morning.
Yes, I am, and I'm gonna.
Yeah, I will. You're not Alfarian, but
Yeah.
okay.
Sorry.
And then Tillian
Cool,
as
man.
well.
Cool. Yeah, I will.
Cool.
Yeah.
No doubt.
All right.
I would have chosen these woods over here, but that's okay. We'll just...
Okay. Well, my bad. Okay. So in the morning, mechanically, you've all have had a long rest.
Woo!
So you
Hit
can
the
go ahead
button
and take
for
the.
long rest. Take long rest.
Yeah, were you hurt? Because you don't want to do this.
And then
But I've done it with spells before. Yeah, whatever.
in the morning, do y'all want to meet outside or inside the tavern?
I ain't inside.
Yeah, if they're gonna be eating like breakfast and stuff.
All right.
I'm just assuming that they were
Before
gonna
all
eat,
that,
so.
is there I want to mail a letter to the Crusaders, basically catching them up to speed.
Okay. Yeah, so if you like you spend the night writing the letter, and then you ask you would ask either Garlina or Thevin just the simple question of where can you send post, and they would point you towards the general store, and they have a post collection that they do there.
Sweet.
And so part of what you'll want to do today is get there to drop it off. So,
Sounds good.
all right. Well, we're meeting on the inside of the tavern. Cut back. All right.
Slightly different chair than yesterday.
Nice. And Lai, you come inside as well
Yeah,
for the meeting. All right.
kind of sulking towards like the door though. I'm not like fully social quite yet.
Does I have a question? Now that there's been a bit of a chance to really see her, does Lai look particularly like skinny and malnourished?
Yeah, I mean he's on the run for. He's been on the run for like 5 years or 6 years now. So.
Okay. Yeah. On seeing that, I'll buy breakfast for Lai.
Okay.
Okay. I hesitantly join your table and thank you curtly.
Okay. Yeah, I don't make any small talk or whatever because I can see it would make you uncomfortable. But I just, you know,
You just got brownie
a
points.
large, maybe 1 or 2 eggs and some bread are just brought over on a plate for you.
I try not to eat it quickly, but you can tell that I haven't had protein in a while.
I want to join the others that are going to, just join their table
Okay.
and
Yeah.
arrange to meet them after they see the body, because I'm not interested in seeing the dead body.
Okay. Cool. So, yeah, you would have done that the night before, so you can sleep in, if you want, or you don't have to wake up at Ultherion's break of dawn schedule.
How much would it cost me to purchase 12 dozen raw eggs?
You guessed
12 dozen.
He wants to be the roughly the size
144
of a
eggs.
barge.
12 dozen raw eggs. What do you want to do with the eggs?
Just eat them throughout the day.
Eat them raw.
Oh,
What are you carrying these
Shell and
things?
all.
You don't break.
So gross.
you can also get that at the general store whenever you get there.
Perfect.
Thank
Thank you.
And a dozen of raw eggs is like 4 copper.
Perfect.
You gotta be careful though. You'll get like fluorine poisoning if you eat that many in one day.
And if you get
Good.
shoved over, you might need to make a special check to see if they survive.
Fine.
Hey,
Yeah, that's fair.
All of
Gaston
your gear is
ate
now
that much,
coated in
and he
eggs.
was fine.
Yeah.
Alright, so
Gaston didn't carry them throughout the day with him.
And he
That's
only had
true.
4 dozen eggs.
And he also ate them with the shell on.
Yeah, but he was only the size of a barge. Like, I'm way bigger than that.
all right, so Pop Tart, are you interested in going and seeing
Yeah,
the
I wanna
body?
see the body.
Okay. And then I'm guessing Indar and Lai, you're in it for the gold, so you're along all the way.
Yeah, I'm
I assume.
here to keep moving around and maybe have a few people to protect while I'm moving.
Well, that depends. Are we playing this out more almost as if it were a downtime week? Or
No. This is the viewing of the body is just gonna be like over the course of an hour or whatever. This isn't a full week.
Okay, sounds good.
type
Okay,
thing.
yeah, then yeah, I'll go with him.
Okay, cool. Mira, what do you want to do in the time that all the rest of them are?
I want to go talk to that psycho at the Peacock place. Not because I trust her, but because I want her to think that she can trust me.
Okay, cool. Sounds good. And then are we okay going to 10:30? Is that fine for?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, cool. Okay, we're so Mira, you'll go ahead and head to the Peacock Manor, and then everyone else is going to head to the Lady Chapel. What, from eating all the eggs?
Yes,
Yeah.
that is not good for you.
Yeah, I should mark this as
I'm not kidding. You can die from
tavern.
not just from salmonella, from getting too many nutrients.
This is the Ladies' Chapel. The Ladies' Chapel. I didn't really know where you guys were going today, so instead of prepping everything, I prepped like nothing. So it's the other side.
Great plan.
And I need everyone but Mira here, but I'll probably need Mira in the future, so come over, click, boom, and then Mira, you disappear. All right. So here we are at the Ladies' Chapel, and this is and so here we have, let me throw on the text of the name the what do you call him, the priest that is in charge here. His name is Dezel.
Father Dizzle.
Yeah. So Dezel Marfan, you guys able to see that? Put that down there. All right, cool. So Dazzle, he's a human male, and in your typical, it's probably more like a friar monk attire, so like brown robe,
Okay.
like the rope belt around himself. Um, but he's out doing some preparation for the day, as he sees this party walking in all together, with Tillian leading, I suppose.
I'm probably immediately behind him.
Yeah, I'm just gonna lead. I'm gonna lead this pull
Alright.
pack. I'm assuming behind me.
Let me.
Morning, Dizzle.
Good morning, Tillian. I hope you were able to get some sleep. Right?
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. I'm actually here to see my father. These people think that they might be able to help me.
Yes, um, yes, definitely. Um, we still have them prepared. We're finishing them up to bring them to the Earth today, but you should be able to have a little bit of time with them. Is this just a condolences type thing, or um, what exactly are you looking to do with the bodies?
I just want to say goodbye.
Okay, yes, then definitely uh, let me lead you inside, and he walks you in, and on the inside, imagine it bigger than this, whatever. But he has like six. It's not completely on the ground. It's not on the table. It's like a mid-height like sepulcher type thing, and he's got six of them laid out, and each of them are covered in a cloth as they're laying there. And so he leads you over, and it's like,
And
what?
the others are with me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yes. You've all been here. I edited the size of this, but let me make people a wee bit bigger. Also, let me take that to the map layer. I'm good at this. Don't worry, everybody. And then a little bit bigger, a little bit bigger, a little bit bigger, a little bit bigger. Yeah, you've grown a foot or two. Okay, cool. So yeah, you're brought in, and you see, he peels back the cloth over your father's body. He doesn't bring it all the way. He just like from the chest up, he uncovers. It's like an unfortunate death. This one, like he left too soon for the world.
I move up to the body and instantly start going over it and looking to see if I recognize the patterns of injuries or whatnot.
Okay. Go ahead and make an investigation check on the, or a medicine check. Let's do a medicine, since
One
this
sec.
is on a body.
Nice.
So
10. Dang.
he the I'll just call him a friar. Friar looks at you and like, oh
Friar
well,
Tuck.
that's okay, that's fine, I guess. And as you're looking, there's no as you've heard maybe mentioned a time or two. I don't know if you've ever been in earshot of everyone, but there's no visible marking of wound on him, so it is definitely nothing physical that took him out. The
But
friar said, "Are you?"
do I see any like
I'm going to intercept the
reason for
friar
death
and
or
start,
something?
talking to him. Basically, see if he knows anything that could be useful in terms of figuring out what did this, but also just keep him occupied while everyone else is investigating.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead and make a persuasion check as you talk him up and
Nice.
24.
bring him in. Yeah, that's pretty good. Um,
That's what I do, darling.
Uh,
That's what I do.
yeah, he himself, while talking to you, he says, "Oh, I don't know of this myself. As I get older, it seems that um, my my usefulness overall has deteriorated. But I should be able to um bring in someone who she's dealt with um she's dealt with this matter as well, and let me go fetch her real quick."
Oh, that would be
And
lovely.
yeah, and so he ducks out for a couple minutes.
Lock the door
Um,
behind them.
So if anyone wants to do anything in these minutes.
I want to see if there's any connection, like gender, age wise, between the victims.
Okay. So you'll lift the cloth off
Yeah.
of each one. Okay. You do this, and there's no discernible pattern with gender or age, except they're all like middle age type folk. You do recall that this though it's kind of cultish, with the horn fangs, it's also kind of like a union. So it's like the middle class workers type people banding together. It's like we'll say two women and four men. And Tillian, go ahead and make a perception check.
Alrighty.
While he's rolling that, would I be able to detect if it was psychic damage?
Yes, geez, Tillian, I'm trying to help you out, bro.
So annoying, isn't it?
Yeah. Um, so yes, as the faces are being uncovered, one by one, you
What the hell?
okay. You're immediately able to see that with five of them, their face is kind of in an absolute horror type,
A terror type thing? Okay.
yeah, a terror type thing, and so yeah, the Pathfinder spell is weird.
I can believe it.
Yeah, well, as in that's the name of the
Oh.
that's
Nice.
the name of the spell, and basically it's a because of they're not adventurers and they're everyday people. The amount of terror and psychic damage they had taken from seeing something terrible just struck them down. Um,
Oh,
you
okay. I know. Got it.
all right, yeah. Um, and so let's see, you're checking gender, and then you also notice the one. So five of them have like the terrifying look on all their faces. And then one of them just has the a rapier puncture wound. Sorry, a puncture wound on the throat.
Is it a rapier?
As a
puncture
wielder
wound?
of a rapier, would I be able to identify?
Someone just say, Tillian, look at this. Come on. Tillian, even despite the natural one, two natural in a row. Eventually, um,
I mean, he is gone for a couple minutes, so
yeah, you're just like aimlessly looking around, and then you look, and you see this puncture wound in in one of their throats, and you connect it to your rapier as it left a puncture wound in one of the sin spawn the last night.
Does it look specific to my rapier, or does it? Well, not my rapier, but like a rapier, or just look like a generic stab wound to the neck?
No, it looks generic.
Like,
They're
what's the diameter, yeah.
Are all of them killed like that?
No, only the one is killed like that. So one has been stabbed in the neck, which thankfully Tillian described as a rapier. And then there you go. And then the other 5 just have horrid expressions, which the friar and the people preparing the body, they've tried to like move the facial expressions to kind of make it seem a bit more peaceful for their death, but you can still tell that they were scared to death, as it were. And then
I'm gonna spend a moment, if I can, to memorize the appearance of Locksmith Senior.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to do that just fine, unless you can think of a good check for it. I imagine. You're able to do that just fine.
It'd probably be a check later on if I try and use that information.
Yeah.
But I just want to state for the record that that's a prep I'm doing.
Okay. Yeah, definitely. All right, and then, Lai, did you want to do anything?
I'm not here.
I thought you had followed them for
I guess
the
the person
morning.
who bought me breakfast is here, so I could have followed along with her instead of.
Yeah.
If you were going
I don't know
someplace
if I
else,
have any
that's fine.
skills that would have.
Yeah. Did
really
you want
helped.
did you want to go someplace else? Instead of coming here during this time?
I think I'm just gonna stay at the tavern and like repack my bags. Last night I did it so hastily.
Okay. Yeah.
Order.
No, that's fine. Indar, would you
I'm just
anything?
going to be saying prayers over the bodies to Iomade.
All right, perfect. Pop Tart, you lifted up the bodies and you didn't see a pattern, and except that they were all part of the same organization cult.
What? They're part of the same organization cult?
Yeah, it's a like they all have matching clothes at the same
Okay.
time, and
Well, then I want to talk to Tillian, see what his dad was a part of.
all right. Tillian, you know your dad was part of the Horned Fangs.
Yeah.
It's no secret to you, and they're it's like a union,
Workers Guild, yeah.
workers guild. But I mean, kind like a little culty because they all have like matching robes and their symbols
They're
and whatnot.
Masons.
But yeah, there you go.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
My
Yeah,
father
so-
was a freaking fighter.
But yeah,
Wait.
so
Yeah, I'm gonna let her know just like all that information.
gotcha.
Is it very common in the town to be part of the Horned Fangs?
It's not uncommon. Like not everyone's a member and not half the people are members. But like if someone's a member, you don't bat an eye at it. It's not something you like the whole town. It's common knowledge to the town
Gotcha.
that they're one of the gangs here.
Did they have a meeting the night that they died?
Oh, she's asking you, Tillian.
Would I know that?
I don't know.
I'm sorry, what?
You cut out.
Make a history check.
Gosh, my memory is garbage. Let's see what I can come up
Do
with.
they have a common marking?
21.
They do.
I want to imagine and
It's a thing.
study that as well
Okay.
for possible replication.
So yeah, 21. You know that not necessarily a meeting, but more of like nightly duties, per se, or just like no special meeting where every Horned Fang was called in from town, but with like their rotational watches, or you know they did like some sort of training sometimes. It was just one of those nights, nothing peculiar for your father. Does this really not have the symbol in the book? Let's see. Symbol. turns out if you search horned fang symbol, there's a bunch of horned fanged creatures. So that doesn't help. I think on the image. So yeah, you're able to easily look at the symbol itself.
Is it like a
Um,
tattoo or just an emblem they wear or what?
No, it's more so an emblem that they wear on their clothing. So yeah, it's not um it's not tattooed at all, but there's like at the bedside of each of them there's a like their clothing that's been folded up
Okay.
for some of the families
Sure.
to buy, and each of them has a robe that was brought in, that's with their stuff, and on the robe is the
Okay.
symbol. I think one of the creatures has the symbol, so I may be able to just like let's go like this. Boop. Boop. There's a staff in the way, but you'll be able to get an idea as I bring it up. I save and just bring this into the game. I'm doing this. So good. All right. I think this is gonna go straight to the GM layer though. Okay, so we'll go ahead and cut to no, well, okay. So this symbol that kind of just looks like horns.
And then teeth. Got it.
And fangs.
Yeah, there you go. So yeah, as you're investigating, someone by the name, a elven lady, goes ahead and walks in, and by the name of Adrani, which Diesel,
Diesel
out-
fuel.
yeah, he leads her in, and then notices that all the bodies are uncovered here now, and he
Oh, no.
says, I didn't realize you were here for everybody today. Is this something I should be concerned about?
It's not a sex thing, I promise.
I'm glad.
I'm going to step in
Yes.
and say that we apologize, Friar. There's an ongoing investigation by the knights of whatever orders Indar and Poptardar, that to investigate this occurrence, to see if we can try and find the why and the wherefore, and perhaps put a stop to this occurrence from occurring in the future. And it just so happened that we happened upon young Tillian, who led us here to you. So we apologize, and we are doing what we can to not disturb them more than necessary for the uncovering of the information that will help us in this case.
Oh, no worries, and I understand. It seems like the town is easy to forget. In matters, people have stopped by to investigate, but how much investigating they're doing, I do not know. So this is fine, but here, let me introduce you to Odrani. Hello. And she seems to be a timid elf. And but she's here right next to Diesel. And well, if I suppose I have other duties to attend to. If I could ask when you're done investigating the bodies to just cover them back up, and please don't do anything disrespectful to them. And as he says that, he kind of gives an eye to Indar, who is still praying over the bodies, at taking him as the most religious and ceremonious of the group.
He,
And then he proceeds to walk out.
I thought you were about to say that Indar was the one most likely to cause trouble.
Yeah,
I was
exactly.
about to say, how dare you?
No. He's holding it to you. If the bodies are, he comes back and he like finds them overturned on the ground, whatnot. He would probably hold you the most responsible, as you probably know the most about how dead people should
Being
be.
cordial.
There you go.
I turn to the closest person next to me and say, he heard that it's not a sex thing, right?
No one hears you.
For you, perhaps it is
Aw.
not. And
No, it's true. It's true.
and I'm going to turn to Adrani, and greetings. I hear you have possibly some more information for us.
Yes, I mean, someone's breathing in a mic. Yes, I, I suppose I have a small lead, you could say. I know of a person on this night who claims they were a witness of these scenes. Well, not necessarily a witness, but was there immediately after the felling of these 6 great men and women.
Okay. Who is this, and where can we find them?
Yes. You'd be looking for Ladia Kelstrup.
Lydia Kelstrup, witness to Tillian's dad biting it.
Nice.
Thank
Yes,
you for putting it
and-
so gently.
You what?
I said thank you for putting it so gently.
Oh
Well,
yeah.
that's nothing Valerie would ever say, but inside of her personal notes.
That's right. And as to where you can find her, she owns Kelstrop Meats. So I imagine she has to make a living, so you'd probably be able to find her there.
Butcher, I barely know her. Right. Excellent.
And then and as you're go ahead and make an insight check,
Okay.
Valerie.
Boop. 22?
Oh my god, snapped it. Well, I mean, don't stop it, but
This is what I get for rolling like 4s on damage
that's true.
that I did all today and all of last week.
That's right. You do notice that she's not being fully upfront with you, as in she's holding something back, as she's giving you this information.
Is it that she's holding it back from me, holding it back from somebody else in the room? Something she doesn't want to say?
No, you gather on a whole 22 that it's not it's not because of any of you, but just maybe with the knowledge she has, she just is hesitant to share.
Okay. I'll I will definitely follow up on this lead with Mistress Kelstrop. Is there anything else that you would want to tell me? Anything else? Any information at all could be very helpful in preventing this from happening to more people.
Any information?
And I'm
Well,
pouring on the charm.
that's right. She she kind of she looks over the party, and especially at Tillian, um, since I mean he's part of the town, and uh, she says, well, there 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 was another witness, but 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 people don't necessarily um tend to sympathize with him as much. Um, uh, his yes, his name is Kinye.
Kanye,
Kinye. It's like Kanye, but mixing up the
but
Kanye.
letters.
actually just spelled wrong.
Yeah. Tillian, go ahead and make a history check.
Alright. 16.
16. You definitely know Kinye. He
Yay.
he's the kind of like the town beggar.
He's Grover.
Except he is very young. As in probably like 10 years old or something like
The
that.
apprentice town beggar.
He's got robbed.
That's right. Yeah, and so you've seen him. He stays out of trouble, but if he let if he starts stealing a bit too much or makes kind of a ruckus, then most people aren't afraid to just kind of shoo him out of there and
Give him dust
let
boot.
let him go be someone else's problem. So and you've probably never interacted with him directly since you've got a family business. You've had to make your deliveries usually on time or whatnot. So and unless it's in your personality to befriend a urchin, street urchin.
How you said he was like 10ish?
Yeah, he's like 5 years younger than you.
No, I would give him money occasionally, probably, but I don't associate with him. Younger kids
Yeah.
are the fate of society.
Yeah, so yeah, you know of him, but you know he's like the town's problem, and and so yeah, she says, but and back to Aldrani, she says, but please don't just be kind with him. He deserves kindness. In this town, he really does.
I assure you will treat him with nothing but the utmost respect and courtesy.
Treat him like nothing.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I have some duties I need to attend to. But I hope that's able to lead you to one place or another.
Yes, it's been most helpful. Thank you very much, Mistress Adrani.
You're very welcome, and I hope to see you again on better terms.
Yep. I'll let her.
And she heads back, and then you guys are left alone. But we'll jump over to the map layer as Mira, you are spending this end of the day, well, this beginning of the day, I should say, end of the session, headed over to the Peacock Manor. And so, yeah, are you're just bringing yourself, right? Just
Yes.
asking to see and talk with her.
Yes.
Okay. So you get up there and there's a pair of posted guards. It's not the town guards that you guys have seen from the night, but it's the, I'm gonna call them real colorful people because their clothes are kind of ordained as a like peacock garb, and so they've got like a green vest with like a green to blue trousers going down, and it kind of looks as if they're wearing the colors of a peacock, and they stop you as you approach. Say, yes. What can we help you with today?
I'm here to meet the lady of the house. She invited me.
Okay, she invited you. That already gets you a step closer. Yes, we can send word. We have a waiting area if you would prefer, or you can stand out here, which would suit you better.
Am I allowed to look around the grounds?
The grounds, yes. Inside the matter, not as much. There's there's different sessions of schooling going on with our initiates, and so it's best not to disrupt them inside the manor, but around the grounds, that would be fine.
Okay, I will look around then.
All right. And so they go send
Thank
word.
you, Connor, for that.
Go ahead and roll a perception check.
Perception's +3.
All right. I mean from the outside, I mean it looks like a typical manor. You do what you're able to gather is this wasn't built as one single manor, but rather it was three individual buildings on the left, center, and right that they connected on the second level. And so it used to be three separate houses, but now it's just one full building. And that's
Got
what
it.
you're able to gather while patrolling around.
So
And
you
after
can't like walk from one end of the building on the first floor. You have to go upstairs.
say that again.
You can't like walk from the leftmost building all the way to the right on the first floor. You'd have to go to the second story.
Correct. If you didn't want to touch the outside air, but it's kind of like, I want to relate it to the
Coronavirus.
no there's a mall in Salt Lake that is like it can all be interior during the winter, but it opens up.
City Creek.
City Creek Mall, in Salt Lake, but so like it's kind of like a patio type thing on the outside. There, think like a strip mall. Like you're able to immediately go into the other house or into the other building, but you're still outside for that small moment. So,
Okay.
so yeah. And then as you're walking down the grounds, one of the guards flags you down and beckons you to come over as the lady is about to return. Do you head over to him?
Yes.
All right. And then Corstella, she walks over and says, "Ah, you were able to come to my call. What can we do for you today?"
I just wanted to talk with you more about your manor here and maybe get a tour.
Definitely. Maybe not a tour right at this moment. But we could schedule something for well, really anytime well, later today or in the next coming days. When do you think would work best for you?
How about tomorrow?
Okay. Yes, tomorrow would work. Thinking over my schedule. It may not be me directing you, but we do have a headmaster of our humble, we'll call it an academy for our center of learning. The headmaster may be able to direct you. I may not be able to, as I have my own duties. But yes, we can definitely provide with that. If you if when you arrive, you just ask for a person by the name of. It's a big book. Big book. Oh, I'm in the right pages. Alden Tierlaresk.
Do I
I'll
have
write
to
that in the.
pronounce it correctly?
No, but I don't either. So. All right. My sound isn't coming through.
No, it is. I can hear you.
It's not. It's not for you. They can hear me fine. You have a problem. Okay. You able to fix the problem?
The only prescription is more cowbell.
Did you get it? No one said anything. You can't hear.
Technically,
Alright.
nobody has still said anything.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You can always leave the Discord. Okay. Cool. And then she says, and you said you, I mean, when you come and you ask for Alden, ask for an initiation tour. As you come to the guards tomorrow, and asking for that, Alden will be able to lead you down the premise, show you around, and you'll be able to go from there and ask any questions to him. Is that to your liking?
Yes.
Perfect. Well, I have to get back to my duties, but I appreciate you taking your time and coming to find out more about our um about what we do here, and I hope that uh you'll like what you find. That sounds ominous enough. Uh, cool. Well, I bid you
If
good
that was
day.
intentional or not.
Thank you for meeting with me.
Yeah, and I thank you. And she just turns and walks away. All right, and I think with that we'll go ahead and break, and we'll pick up. Well, Mira, are you gonna head back to the tavern
Yeah.
right after? Okay, cool. So you'll head to the tavern. So we'll pick up starting with the people finishing up at the chapel and heading back to
I don't know if there's anything else I would do here.
tavern.
Yeah, there's nothing. I brought the others there, so if they're not gonna.
Okay,
I'll just head back.
cool. So yeah, we'll go ahead and start with everyone walking back to the tavern. All right. So we are officially done. Bow, bow, bow.
Yeah.